Happy Friday, everybody. It's your girl, WHITT, and it's time for another WHITT session. What's a WHITT session? I'm so glad you asked. A WHITT session is a pop-up interview in a pop-up location with a surprise guest. Surprise, I am in Maryville, Indiana at Evolution Training Academy with my friend and colleague, Elvira Martinez, and my newfound colleague, Clarita Morris. And we are going to talk all things, I want to say dreams, because this was a dream when you and I met a few years ago at the Hammond Development Corporation. Yes. Elvira was actually in one of my marketing classes.
Yes, I was.
And you talked about, I'm going to start my business and I'm going to get it off the ground and I'm going to get it running and I want all the tools. And now here we are sitting in your brick and mortar.
And I am so excited.
I am so proud of you, Elvira.
Thank you.
So tell everybody, for starters, what is Evolution Training Academy?
Thank you, Chelsea. Evolution Training Academy is a dental assisting school. It is a labor of love. And this is something that we've been thinking about for a while now. And it finally just came to where Clarita and I were working at an office, and they shut down out of nowhere, and it broke both of our hearts because we loved that job. I was an instructor. She was actually my supervisor, and it broke our hearts, and we were like, okay, now what? You know, because it shut down out of nowhere.
Well, if I might testify, sometimes God takes things away only to add more to.
Yes,
and for you to fully fulfill your destiny.
Yes.
And so now with this academy, you are fulfilling the dream of others who wish to get into the dental field, starting with being a dental assistant. So tell me how that works, and then we'll talk to Clarita about her role in making sure it works.
So we started, we worked together, at that school. We worked together at another one, and we didn't agree with the curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
Curriculum was not what we were on the same page with. We were like, it was pretty bad. And I called her one day. I said, "Hey, do you think we can pull this off?" She said, "Yeah, I think we can do this."
Totally.
I think we can.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there that really want to be dedicated, good dental assistants.
Yes.
And we can make this happen, and we can make not only the good quality program that we both love, but we are just the type of people, we engage with our students. I had one call me yesterday, and this is just how we are.
Yeah, well, I know your personality, Elvira. Clarita, tell me a little bit about your background and what is it about dentistry, that field that you love so much?
Oh my gosh. Dentistry is just my love. I graduated high school not knowing what I was going to do, and I started into a dental office just a couple days after graduation and fell in love with dentistry. And I worked for 20 years in an office.
Okay.
In a couple of different offices. I managed the offices. And I always, at 12, I said I wanted to be a teacher. So I saw an opportunity to become a dental assisting teacher.
Okay.
So I said I always have the perfect storm, because I not only love my dentistry, I love the teaching part of it. And after a year of teaching at one college, they promoted me to the program director. And same thing with the second college that we worked at, that Elvira and I both worked at.
So it just sounds like destiny with the two of you.
It
where
is.
Your plethora of experience, your passion, and getting the background information on just starting businesses through the Hammond Development Corporation. Shout out to the Hub and Jackie and Jen over there. And I know you were working on a different business at that time, but the fundamentals as far as your business plan and the things that you need to do to market yourselves, you have been able to apply to the Evolution Training Academy. If you're just joining us, this is Elvira and Clarita, and they are ready to you're recruiting. You're in the act of recruiting dental assistant students. So, Elvira, what does it take? What do I have to do, and where do I have to be to enroll in your program?
Ooh, well, we are now accredited through the state of Indiana.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Our little certificate is right over there. So we are accredited through the state of Indiana. We are also in an approved in-training program. So what that basically means is that through the Department of Workforce Development has a program where they provide funding for candidates.
Okay.
And they can receive up to $5,500.
Wow.
If they are qualified individuals. Okay. We are one of the programs that they have approved for this funding.
Tuition assistance.
Tuition assistance.
That's the key word. Those are the key words right there. So now, is there an age requirement? How long is the program? And what kind of records do we have to bring in to enroll? That kind of stuff. How does that work?
Okay. Really simple, believe it or not. We just need you to be a high school graduate.
Okay.
You want to be here.
Okay.
If I can't do it, you can't. If you don't want to be here.
Okay, so you have to want to be here.
You have to want to do it.
Okay.
So a high school graduate and just making sure that you actually have a passion for the career.
Okay, and how long is the program?
6 months.
That's it?
6 months. There is a 200-hour externship component,
okay,
which you can begin after your 4th month in class.
Okay.
It will be at the office of your choosing. This way you can go ahead and interview there so you can get prepared for the interview skills that you'll need in the future, and they can work around your schedule. So it's flexible.
Gotcha.
Because classes are Wednesdays and Fridays.
Okay.
So you'll be here in class on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Is that like all day Wednesday, Friday?
It is from 9 to 2.
Okay. And what I'm basically doing is getting everybody ready for enrollment. So if you're if you have a work schedule and you're looking to go into this program, you got to know that, you need Wednesdays and Fridays from 9 to 2 to be here, to be in class.
Yes.
I'm smiling, I'm looking at your teeth. You all have beautiful teeth. So, yeah, I guess you couldn't be teaching the class and have Team Raggedy Mouth. So that's all. But an interesting fact about the dental profession and just dentistry in general, one of my doctor colleagues, Dr. Janet Seabrook, emphasizes that a lot of the illnesses and things that are diagnosed start in the mouth. That's as far as being able to see through what's happening with your teeth can kind of talk about your overall health. Yes. You know that to be true, Clarita?
Absolutely. As someone who has periodontal disease can end up with cardiovascular disease, hypertension, just to name a few.
Yeah.
And it can really take a toll on your health. So it's very important that we see our patients keep their teeth clean every 3 to 6 months, depending upon the person itself and their individual case. But it's our job to instill in our students how important this is to keep our health and keep instilling it through patient education, instill it into the patients themselves.
Absolutely. And I'm getting the vibe that this is a great career. And you mentioned a colleague, Dr. Nikki Wargo, who is an inspiration to you in her journey.
She is. I work with her. This is her office that we're using for the school. But when I met her, she told me an amazing story. And she told me she began as a dental assistant.
See, and now she is Dr. Nikki Wargo. So we're at 1452 East 85th Avenue, right?
Correct.
Maryville, Indiana. If you're just tuning in, I'm having a CWIT session with Elvira and Clarita of Evolution Training Academy. If you're looking for a new career, if you are new in the field and recently graduated high school and still trying to figure things out, I have a suggestion. You can reach out to Elvira and Clarita and get enrolled in dental assisting school. I'm just so happy for you, Elvira, because you and I have had a lot of conversations, and you said, Chelsea, it's coming, and when it comes, I'm going to call you so we can talk about it, and we will be pushing this information out. But again, can you give everybody the information of how they can apply and get more information from you?
Sure. You can visit our website, which is www.evolutiontraining.academy. You can give us a call. Our phone number is 219-224-8546. We also have our Instagram, our Facebook page. All of it is under Evolution Training Academy. Please feel free to reach out whichever way is easiest for you. We would be more than happy to connect with you and give you whatever information you're looking for. Not only do we offer the tuition assistance, we offer financing for qualified individuals as well. Right now, we have it to where if you are able to put down $500, you won't have to make a payment until after you graduate from the program.
Oh, that is awesome, because sometimes I'm sure that is a barrier, financial barriers that preclude people from getting involved in these programs. So you have given us all of the deets. As a student, if I were a student, you know, sometimes there are those of us who have been out of the classroom a while. Clarita, what do you all do to help us get ready as far as, is there a lot of science? Is there a lot of math? Is there a lot of reading? I mean, it's school, I get it, but what is it like, Clarita?
Well, there is some reading that has to be done.
Mm-hmm.
You'll obviously practice your hands-on skills here when you are here in the office. Your reading, your test taking, your, any book work per se has to be done on the computer.
Okay.
So you spend those other days and whatever time that you have convenient to do the book work. There is some science. I can't lie.
I know. I wouldn't want you to, circumvent that, but I also like to be very transparent.
Absolutely,
if people are going to sign up.
And because we are in Indiana, you have to be licensed in order to take a radiograph, or in layman terms, an X-ray.
An X-ray. Okay.
So you have to be, go through an approved program by the state, which ours is an approved program.
Okay.
And once you graduate, you take what's called a radiation health safety exam through the Dental Assisting National Board, and we prepare you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And once you've passed that exam, obviously you'll come back to me and say, hey, I passed my exam. What is my next step? Let's get your license.
Yes. Okay.
So then we go through all the paperwork, and I submit it downstate, and then they eventually send you your license. But you're going to have to know some science.
Okay.
And yes, there is a little bit of math.
A little bit of math. I figured as much, but I wanted you to say it. Because they'll say, Chelsea, you don't know. And I'm like, well, they know.
Only because, if you have a boss like I had, he says, I want 1/4 this color and I want 1/2 this color. And okay, so you have to kind of eyeball things, how much, So there is a little bit of math going on. So,
all right. Well, I feel like there are individuals who will definitely be interested in this training program. I love that it is here in beautiful Lake County, Indiana. I love that you are offering opportunities, because everybody doesn't necessarily go to a 4-year institution, right? And so we have options, and you're providing another one. So my final question for you, Miss Elvira.
Yes, ma'am.
What's next on the horizon for Evolution Training? I know it starts with the two of you, but where do you want to go? Where do you want to see this go?
Oh, we want to go ahead and we want to actually make this to where we are one of the big places to go as far as training. So we're going to start off with dental assisting.
Okay.
And then we're going to see where it takes us.
Okay.
There's a whole lot of other careers out there that you don't need a 4-year degree for.
Uh-huh.
We're going to start exploring.
All right.
We're going to make dental assisting happen, because this is what we know. This is where we're most comfortable. But we're going to try to make things happen.
Okay. Well, I want to go on camera and ask that you all, if you have a graduation ceremony, some presentations with your first group of students, please invite us back to cover.
Absolutely.
I just want to see the smiles, literally, on their faces as they get their certificates of completion and where they go off. And do you all help with recruitment to go to those different dental offices where they can work and do practicums and things?
Absolutely. I actually have built up a pretty good repertoire of offices. They actually call me.
Clarita's connected.
Yes.
Okay.
They call me and say, I need a dental assistant. Can you provide one? And I don't want to blow my own horn, but
Toot.
our dental assistants are very well trained.
Okay.
And they are in high demand.
Okay.
So a lot of times I'll have to tell the office, I'm sorry, I don't have any to give you, but I will at this point.
Okay.
So we do. I have contacts. We ask them to find an office that they're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously will check the office out. I stay in contact with them, and we see them through that externship process. And usually I recommend them looking for an office that's hiring.
All right.
Because
so they can transition right on into
Exactly.
the role.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
One more time, Elvira, give us that contact information, and we're going to get out of here because you ladies have work to do in this beautiful office.
Oh, thank you. It is www.evolutiontraining.academy or 219-224-8546.
For anyone who's watching right now, you're on the fence, you're wondering what your next career move may be, just remember today's CWIT session has given you some insight. Evolution Training Academy right here in Maryville, Indiana. As for my girls, Elvira, Clarita, tell them CWIT sent you. Thank you so much for watching this CWIT session. Please be sure to share this video. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.